If the 49ers want to be victorious in Week 5 against the Arizona Cardinals, they must stick to these keys to victory. What's going on, 49er faithful? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Keys to Victory with your boy, the WayneBreezie. All right, guys, check this out. We are sponsored by Residency. Go to www.residency.com. When you watch this, it will be Residency Day. That's right, this Saturday, Residency Day. All day long, you can save 50% off on the website, and if you use the promo code SFBreezy, you can save on your total purchase. So, for example, if they got a hat that you like, it's $50. It's going to be $25, and you minus the $5, $20 on that particular purchase. So make sure you go ahead, check it out. Use the promo code SFBreezy. You can also read this article right there below, 49erswebzone.com. All right, you can read the article, 49erswebzone.com. I was sitting here writing my keys to victory, and I was saying to myself, man, what do the Niners need to do to definitely be victorious? And there's a bunch of stuff that I feel like the San Francisco 49ers must do. But the good thing is the Niners look like they're playing better football. They had a really good game against the New England Patriots, and I want to say they stuck to all 5 keys in the New England Patriots game. So something about these keys to victory, if the Niners want to definitely be victorious, if they can just do these things in some way, shape, or form, it'll look really good for the San Francisco 49ers, all right? So I'm going to be typing up a little something. Now, listen, you guys can help support what I do here on the channel if you want. Monetization is down on YouTube. That's fine. But if you do want to send money, if you want, you can definitely help support on a couple of other platforms such as Cash App, such as Venmo, as well as PayPal, and I'm going to put those in here. All right, so let me just get these up real quick for you guys, and I do appreciate it. You do not have to help support. You do not have to send any monetary value or anything like that, but if you want to help out the streams, help out the shows, and all that good stuff, feel free to do so. All right, so Venmo, can't spell right now, Venmo/PayPal will be this. All right, so make sure you check it out, man. If you want to support, all you got to do, you could see it right there. It's the $ TWBEN for Cash App, and it's at TWBEN for Venmo and PayPal. All right, just wanted to get that out there. All right, let's get down to this. Make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time watching an episode, you want to know why these episodes are a little different than the live episodes, it's because these are not live, but check it out. We're going to have some fun on today's episode. I got everything for you. You guys ready? Let's drop the bomb on them, baby. Let's get to the keys to victory. All right, here they go right here. Man, super simple, man. Set the tone on defense. I wanted to be specific about the defensive tone setting in this game. When I look at the Arizona Cardinals and I say, what do the Arizona Cardinals do very well? Well, they like to run the ball very well, and they're going to install their physicality style of running led by James Conner. They're going to come out looking super duper physical. So the Niners are going to have to figure out a way to match that physicality and overcome that physicality, because that's what you're going to get when you're dealing with the Arizona Cardinals. 1,000%. I can tell you that straight up. So here they are, man. Set the tone on defense, containment on defense, offensively, run the ball. I don't care how, run the ball, attack the middle of the field too. You can take your shots over the middle of the field and be disciplined. I'll break those down as I get to some of the slides here. Let's go ahead and get to that first one. All right, that very first one that I have up here. The 49ers definitely have to figure out how to be, set the tone. And I'm looking for Fred Warner, their captain, their number one tone setter, the guy out there that's the leader amongst men. I need Fred Warner to come out and set the tone. Fred Warner has been the most physical football player in the NFL this year, and I'm going to need him to continue to play like that. Not over pursuing his gaps, not overdoing it, but going out there, matching the physicality. We know what James Conner is going to do. I'm hoping Talanoa Hufanga plays. He's a physical player. So physicality, setting the tone defensively is huge for the San Francisco 49ers. Listen, they are going to look to run the ball. They average 153.3 yards per game, and they rank 5th in rushing. They're going to try to run the ball. It doesn't matter what that defense says. They're going to run the ball. Niners don't do a lot of stacking the boxing. So it's going to come down to the Niners just saying, you know what, James, you want to come up in here? No problem. I'm going to be physical with you. You come through this hole, pop. You get to the outside, pop. And I mean hit him hard to where he's going to get up and he doesn't know what hit him. That's what I'm saying. Gotta match the physicality. And I would like for the Niners not to be over physical, but definitely tip that cup over. Be more physical than the Cardinals. If the Niners can do that, they'll wear that Cardinals rushing game down real quick, force them to become one-dimensional. Now Kyler Murray has to pass. So, yeah, I could easily say stop the run, but it's not just stopping the run because you got to stop a monster of running backs. You definitely just want to be physical. They're going to run the ball. They're going to get 3. They're going to get 5. They're going to get 7. They're going to get explosive runs. They're going to get that. That's their style. That's their identity. But match the physicality, set the tone. I am hoping that the 49ers win the coin toss so they can defer to the second half. That's what I'm hoping for, all right? Number 2, containment. Man, this is going to be a huge issue. Now, do I want the Niners to sack him every single time? 100%. But don't over pursue out there on the edge. Nick Bosa, Leonard Floyd, Sam O, whoever's going to be out there on the edge, don't over pursue. Why? Because that's when you're going to give the advantage to Kyler Murray, who's looking to get around the defensive end out there on the edge. So key is keep him inside the pocket. Make sure that this guy remains a pocket quarterback, which isn't going to be easy, but you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket. Teams that keep him in the pocket, that's where the sacks come. You want to force him to throw that ball, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Niners decided to use a little spy, I spy, you spy, I spy kind of guy just to keep him at bay. You don't want Kyler Murray rushing up the middle for 20 yards as well, but definitely don't let him get to the outside. So it's going to come down to containment and those defensive ends being disciplined out there on the edge. Rush 4. I don't think you need to blitz the Arizona Cardinals to get to Kyler Murray. You can rush with the 4 guys that you have. And here's the key to the Niners rush. It's not the edge rushers. It's the interior guys. I think Malik Collins, Jordan Elliott, Kevin Givens, those guys that are playing on the inside, those guys have been monsters over the past couple of weeks. I want them to continue to ramp that up. The quickest line to a quarterback is a straight line. If Kyler Murray's getting pressured in his face, he's going to run right into the edges. So if the edges are setting the edges and containing out there on the edge, not allowing him to escape the pocket to get the runs off, they'll be right there waiting for Kyler Murray. Let the sacks flow into you. Don't go and force and try to get the sacks out there on the edge. If not, he's going to take off and run. Containment, Niners do that. They'll be looking at another victory. Oh, shoot. Run the ball. And people are like, wait a minute. Why is there a picture of Deebo Samuel here? I can tell you why. This is another one of the teams that he owns. He owns the Rams. He owns the freaking Cardinals. Deebo Samuel has some of his best games against the divisional battles. And look, I'm not saying give Deebo Samuel the ball 15 times, 10 times. I mean, you could give it to him 10 times. I would love it. But nah, man. Make sure he gets at least a minimum 5 touches with the ball in his hand. But that's not only where you run the ball. That's the wrinkle. They are one of the worst defenses. They're ranked 25th in stopping the run. The 49ers are ranked 6th in running. We are averaging 141.3 yards per game. The Niners need to go out there and establish that identity. This would be also setting the tone offensively, right? Go out there, run the ball. They can't stop it. Until they show and prove that they can stop the run, don't stop running. Keep running the ball. Jordan Mason, minimum 25 touches. Deebo Samuel, 5 touches. Get your occasional 5. The teams that have played against the Arizona Cardinals and have beat them have been teams that have ran the ball a minimum of 25 touches. That was week 1 against the Buffalo Bills. 25 touches, 124 yards right there. And they actually beat the Rams, right? Why? They didn't even get 10, 18 touches. They had 53, 56 yards on the ground running. They were able to stop the run. But I tell you what, Detroit Lions, they ran the ball for over 180 plus yards, 47 touches, 40 plus touches from the Detroit Lions. And last and certainly but not least, they had a lot of touches again in the 30s in their last loss. All right, so if you can run the ball 25 times, easily 25 times, you will be able to get what you need to do from the run game. Doesn't have to be a running back. It just needs to be a run game. That's why I said run the ball. Doesn't matter if it's Debo, Brock, Isaac. It doesn't matter. Whoever's running the ball for the 49ers, find a way to continue to run the ball. You can get outside. They have great tackling linebackers, but they don't have guys that are great against the run. They're ranked 25th. Need I say more? That's near the bottom, all right? Number 4, attack the middle of the field. Another player that does very well against the Arizona Cardinals defense. Why? Because you got to put Jalen Thompson on him and not Budda Baker. If George Kittle is down there around the line of scrimmage, you're going to see more of Budda Baker, who's their strong safety. I would force Budda Baker to cover. He's not a great coverage safety in the NFL, and he's actually struggling. He's actually giving up 9 receptions on 11 targets. I'm targeting Budda Baker. Now that I think about it, check out the Biggest Threats video or the Biggest Threats article, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about Budda Baker, who I think is one of their dangerous players. Now, I say personally, this is where you can actually have Kittle have a game. He can have a game in the red zone. He can have a game over in the middle of the field. They give up a lot of their yards in the middle of the field. They're ranked actually in the middle, I would say, of the NFL. They're ranked around 18th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. That's kind of like the middle of the pack. For me, they have one of the worst coverage linebackers in the NFL. Kyzir White cannot cover. He has the lowest PFF grade. I think it's like a 29 amongst all the linebackers. I'm taking advantage of him. You don't have Christian McCaffrey in this game, but you can still force Kyzir White to have to cover depending on what type of personnel you come out in. I say take advantage of the middle of the field. Anything from 0 yards, I would say, to 20 yards. Anything 20 plus, you probably want to get down over, around the sidelines or things like that. But listen, middle of the field, period. That's where Brock is most dominant. That's where Brock likes to go. I think this will be a game that Brock Purdy can have another 300-plus passing yard game by going over the middle of the field in every level, from short to intermediate to deep. This could be a great game. Attack the middle of the field. Niners will be looking at a victory. Last but not least, I know you see a picture of Brock Purdy here, and this is not a testament to Brock. Brock doesn't make too many mistakes, but this isn't about making just mistakes. This is about being disciplined. And then for Brock Purdy, the discipline starts with taking what the defense is allowing. Now, I do want the 49ers to correct mistakes. All the penalties, they do not want to get into the penalty game war with the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals are the number 1 team least penalized in the NFL. The 49ers are number 14, so they're far away. They're like in the middle of the NFL. But the Arizona Cardinals don't get a lot of penalties. Here's the good thing, though. There's good news to that. I guess you could say good news, because it's good news for the 49ers, because the Arizona Cardinals have, out of their 18 penalties that they've been called for all season long, 13 of them have been on the road. You don't want to get into a penalty war with a team that doesn't necessarily get the flag drawn. Now, it could go a total opposite way, but you don't want to base your game off that. Offensively, got to correct the holdings, got to correct the legal procedures, got to correct those silly penalties that will stall drives. The Niners need to score touchdowns. You get penalties, it stalls the drive. Now you got to settle for field goals. Field goals will win you games, but field goals won't win you games. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, they can also lose you games. They got a dynamic offense. The Niners need to showcase their dynamic offense. Defensively, they got to be disciplined. What do I mean by that? Well, thank God Dre Greenlaw isn't playing in this game. Why? Because he would probably get a couple of roughing the unnecessary roughness calls with Kyler Murray taking off and running. Kyler Murray is going to run the ball, all right? And so, look, if he runs the ball and if you get an inkling of him sliding feet first, you lay off. You don't even tack him. You just tap him on the shoulder pad or whatever. Stay away from his head. Stay away from his face. Stay away from him if he's sliding feet first. You don't want to give the Arizona Cardinals free plays, unnecessary extra first downs, all those types of things. Niners need to take them out of the game by any means necessary. Stop the run, play the pass, and don't get penalties. So the Niners got to be disciplined out there on the football field, and that would help secure a victory for the San Francisco 49ers to move into 3-2, have a winning record opposed to being 500, and most importantly, being even smack in the middle right in the NFC West. You win the division, you secure a playoff spot. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out our sponsors over at residency.com. Again, that's residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy, and if you wait to Saturday to make your purchases, everything is 50% off. It's called Residency Day. Make sure you check it out. All right, do that. Don't forget to check out the article over on 49erswebzone.com. Again, that's 49erswebzone.com. All right, you can check out the article there. All right, don't miss it, man. The article is a little bit more in depth. I kind of break some stuff down. If you want to read the article, be my guest. If you like to watch it, be my guest. All right, and also, last but not least, if you want to help support the stream and what I do for a living, there are the ways you can support monetarily. All right, and that will help out in a long way. You can support using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. $ TWBEN on Cash App, and then on PayPal and Venmo, it's the @ TWBEN. That's my network name, the WayneBreezie Entertainment Network. So do not be alarmed. Everybody, thanks for watching. Most importantly, keep it faithful to the Bay. You already know how we do, y'all. If you see me looking away, got a new setup, working out all the kinks, baby. I hope you like these keys to victory. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe. Peace.